That was a very long gospel reading today, and when I was in my training days, it was traditional in that church not to have a sermon on Palm Sunday, but just to reflect on the reading that we had had. But here's just a very quick reflection as we ponder what our world will look like in the future. It's very interesting to find how quickly the lens that we see the world through, how quickly that changes, and it's changed very rapidly over the last couple of months. Rules and laws change day by day, and it's almost impossible to keep up. I wonder what the people in Jerusalem who saw Jesus ride in on a donkey, what they were hoping for, what were they expecting when he rode in? How did they think the week would pan out? We are post-Easter people and we know how that story goes. So it's difficult to put ourselves in the minds and in the place of those people, but it's an interesting challenge. What would we have been hoping for? What lens would we have been looking through as we saw Jesus on a donkey? On the Rector's Ramblings, on the homepage, there is a short interview with Rowan Williams that was from Newsnight, a political programme that goes about 10 o'clock in the evening in the UK. And he was asked about what coronavirus, what effect this would have on our world. And he is really well worth listening to. As I've been going through various Facebook pages, there are lots of advice, lots of quips, lots of memes going around saying, what will the new normal be? And heaven help us if it's the old normal come back again, which a lot of people would love to see it snap back into place as soon as all of this is over, whenever that is. But I think as we reflect on the words of that song, Lord, What a Parade, what do we expect of God's reign? What will our part be in seeing God's reign come to fulfillment, seeing God's kingdom at work truly in our world? As so many things have been taken away from us, we reflect on those things that are important. What things have we lost that we would happily not bother about in the future, but what things have we lost and we say, no, these are really important. And as I've sat in the garden, it's just been a joy recently to see so many butterflies and see that air pollution over China has improved, and it's improving here and all over the world where cars are being used less and less. So what kind of world do we want to live in? And as some of us are getting a bit older, we're kind of saying, I'm saying to myself, what do I want to do with what's left of my time here? How do I want to live? I don't want to get back on the hamster wheel again at the end of all of this. So I think our challenge on this Palm Sunday, as we go with the crowds, as we cheer Jesus in on the donkey and cry Hosanna in the highest, and we get really excited and we have hopes, high hopes about what might happen. Let us have high hopes about what might happen in our world. How might we make God's kingdom here in the future? What lens will we look through for our future with God and with one another, as we've seen so many people care for the most vulnerable in our society? So that's a big challenge for us. What will the world look like when all of this is over? I hope and pray that it is a better world, much more like God's kingdom.